Okay, so today I do want to showcase something that I have made. It is a deck that I work with Chardo. With Chardo on. I helped him make a Paladin deck, and let's go through it one more time. And let me show you guys exactly what went into making the deck and the reasons behind making the reasons behind my choices. So, starting right up, we have a Paladin deck. It's a pretty basic deck, aside from one epic, which I don't have, so I'll try to swap it out, and we'll play with the deck in a bit after I work on my druid. So, there's nothing in the front, in the ones that we necessarily want. They don't trade very well, and they're a bit situational just because we're going to have more Divine Shields later. Poor Martin. Anyways, let's start with Argent Protectors because there's more value. Even though he's not that great at 2 health, it's still something. Not a big fan of Secrets because I feel that if you don't play all 3, then people tend to catch on. That's all. Elder Peacekeepers are probably some of the best Paladin cards. They're just excellent because of a 3 mana for 3 attack, 3 health is great. Weapons, everyone likes weapons. I'm going to skip Blessing of Kings for now just because they weren't included in the deck because he didn't have them, and I don't think they're that great of a choice just because it's silenceable. 2 Consecrates for AoE, 2 Hammer of Wraths for the card draw. I added 1 Blessing of Kings because we're going to need a heal. And I don't have Lay on Hands.
Guardian Kings.
Okay. What else did we have here? There we go. Okay. Moving on to 2 drops. Nothing yet. A basic 2-drop that's pretty good. It's just Crocolus Sun Fury. I prefer the 2 attacks 3 healths over the 3 attack 2 healths. Harvest Golems are very dependable cards. The stats are okay, but just the fact that it has staying presence because it summons a 2/1 is excellent. Sunshattered Clerics are probably some of the best neutral cards in the game. A +1/+1 is just amazing. Next we have high value cards such as Chill and Yeti. I always prefer a higher attack over a higher defense. Then we're going to have Dark Iron Dwarf for 2 attack. A 4 mana 4/4 is it's great. A lot better than some of the other choices. And there's just the fact that it gives 2 attack to a minion, which is particularly good on a Paladin deck. Moving on. One thing we were debating over earlier was whether we should include Senjin Shieldmaster over Yeti, because there's a lot of lacking early game taunts. But we'll play that later and we'll find out along the way. We'll need silences. I prefer Spellbreaker over Owl just because Owl is 1 health, not your best choice. Silverhand Knight, it's overall a great card because you don't see much 4 damage AoE compared to like, so let's say you combine the stats and it was like 5/5 or something for 5. You're still going to find direct removal for a single target much more than AoE. Next we have Argent Commanders. Just a great overall card. It usually trades 2 for 1. Sunwalkers for our only other taunts in the deck if we include Senjin. And finally we have 2 Stormwind Champions. Because they offer great late game, and essentially it's a win condition because we don't have anything that could really win us this game. So that's pretty much what we decided. That's pretty much what I'm adding it for. And yeah, I recently picked up an Alistraza. I think it looks amazing. So what he did have that I didn't have besides the Lay on Hands was the 1 big game hunter. What I'm going to sub it in for, just because I don't have a big game, I'm going to throw in a Scarlet Crusader and see how that works out for us. Scarlets are nice. Where is she? And let's see how the deck does. And we'll just name it Standard Pally deck. Standard Pally Control. And we'll go test the deck, see how it runs with all these principles in mind, and let's just give it a run through. And here we go. How you doing, work? Hopefully sound, everything is okay. We're playing against another Paladin. I don't think Dark Iron Dwarf is that good for this situation, but we'll have to see. Because we're trading minions over and over, I at least know he's probably going to have a minion out. What I can do is, if I somehow get the upper hand, I can buff a weenie with my Sun Shattered Cleric. Or I can coin out a Sun Shattered Cleric turn 2. I think that's a much better play. We have a Raptor, so we'll coin out Elder Peacekeeper, reduce that to 1. And looks good to me. Next turn we can buff the Elder Peacekeeper with our Sun Shattered Cleric, and we're going to have a very strong early game. Seems like he is summoning a weenie. And Blessing of Wisdom. Well, at least it does give us a beat stick, so I am not too concerned for that right now. We'll play it out, buff it up, we'll leave it there for now. There's no big deal. He may have technically rendered it useless, but I think there is going to be a situation later on where we can still use it. That is probably Blessing of Kings. Okay, well, he is going to kill that. I think a Consecrate is fine here. That has, that actually has 3. Okay. Reduces health down to 1 again, which effectively removes the Blessing of Kings for free. And we're going to leave Alder there. Poor guy. There comes a True Silver. Okay, not too bad right now. I'm taking minor amounts of damage, but there's nothing to be worried about. Next turn I can Silverhand Knight, and... yes. So, Alder, it would have drawn him a couple of cards right now. I'm kind of waiting just to trade it into something big. If that doesn't work, I'll play it when I have more board control. And then he's probably going to sack these 2 into my 2/2. There is a Chillwind Yeti. I think that's a good card to I think that's a good card to trade my Elder Peacekeeper into. Okay, so how do you want to do this? I think Consecrate is good here because I'm not going to have another situation to really play it and gain this much value. So he's going to get 1 card for his trouble, and we're essentially going to be even on board control. But I will have 2 minions out. And I can still Dark Iron Dwarf the, I can Dark Iron Dwarf the 1/1. It's the Azure Drake, and Divine Shield. Okay, this is actually a very good situation for us. What we can do, remove the Divine Shield. Here comes the Dark Iron Dwarf. Free trade, and buff up the Dark Iron Dwarf. What I am expecting is, say, a Hammer of Wrath into this, while sacking the 2/2. That's probably the least of my worries. I have 2 Sunwalkers, so I can lead into some pretty strong late game. Elder Peacekeeper. Alright. And True Silver. I don't think Paladins have enough direct removal, so Sunwalker should be a good choice here. Or Chillwind Yeti Consecrate. That'll effectively remove everything, and I'll have... And if he wants to waste a Consecrate on a 1-2, then he can. Hopefully he doesn't have a better late game than me. Nope. And trade into Yeti? Possibly. I think the Sunwalkers will be a very tough card to deal with. There's also another problem with the deck, and I believe that's just the issue of card draw. Oh, 6-2. I'm happy above 5 wins in Arena. Stormwind, nice. Awesome. If he Blessing of Kings it becomes 7-7. He'll probably trade into this, have 3 health left. And I can kill him with the Stormwind and Silverhand Recruit. Just oh, okay. Seems like he likes Stormwind too. I think it's a mistake if he trades. Okay. What is our play here? I like this play. Draw 1 card. We'll get another Sunwalker and trade away. I have a silence for anything crazy he might play out. Another Stormwind? Okay. That's fine by me. I can Stormwind this turn as well. That's not nice. Okay, looks like I don't need a Stormwind this turn. I can effectively kill it. Alright. We are going to silence the big dude. True Silver Champion. And he's gonna have a very tough time. Next turn, if he can't kill anything and I Stormwind, I'm going to secure board control. And I'll probably win off of that. No giveaway today. Probably not for any time, not anytime soon, because I actually don't have any more beta keys to give away. If there will be, I'm going to do another event. I'll probably publicize it oh damn, my True Silver. I'll probably publicize it when I can. But otherwise, no. Oh man, hey. Alright. Another Stormwind champion. Okay. So what I'm going to do is just keep my Stormwind champions up. I can afford to take damage just because Guardian of Kings. If he decides to go for me directly, he's going to make a pretty bad mistake. And in the chance that he does, I think playing a second Stormwind and sacking my first Stormwind out will be perfect. Oh, Blessing of Night. Trade. Alright. Perfect. I am going to Hammer of Wrath just because I feel I need the card draw. And my suspicions are right. I'm going to waste the Divine Shield on this, just because this is going to be a valuable card when I play Stormwind out. He's getting some card draw. Doesn't look anything scary. More card draw. So Stormwind, trade. Okay, change of plans. This will survive. This will survive, and we have another. Stormwind's such an excellent card. If you don't know how your deck wins, just throw in a Stormwind and hope for the best. You should be fine. Damn. Rip Stormwind. You kind of see the extent that people go to just trying to play around Stormwind. And this looks perfect. We'll trade one. That's alright. I'll keep my other cards alive. And it looks like I got the win next turn. Yeah, I think Stormwind in general is just an amazing card. 6/6 is 6/6 is absolutely nothing to laugh at. This guy has a lot of draw in his deck. Oh, well played. Alright. Do I get anything? A Light's Justice? Oh, pretty. Golden weapon. Okay, we'll go through one more game of this, see how it works out again, and I'm going to move to my Druid deck. Oh, my red banner is still up. Boink. Yeah. Okay. Against Shaman. I want to keep the Hammer of Wrath. I want to keep all these cards. But I feel I'm going to lack late game. We'll stay with a somewhat later hand, and we'll see where it takes us. Just to make a point. Silverhand Knight, good. So if we survive the first couple of turns, he doesn't play anything nasty, then we'll do well. Like just Harvest Golem and Dark Iron Dwarf alone is pretty amazing. 1/1. Okay. Looks like we can trade our little buddy right here. So everything looks good. That was probably the best totem because if he got a 2 health totem, he could have easily flame tongued it. Well, that sucks. Start wearing it down. I think here comes the Flame Tongue. Feral Spirits. That's the one card I always want to avoid when I'm playing against... Oh, smart, he traded it. What's the play here? I think the best play here, instead of... Yeah, let's go with this. Because then I can essentially trade my Harvest Golem for 2. And get another card back. No. I really disagree with that. Okay, so I readily disagree. I want to keep Harvest Golem alive. I think the easiest way to do it is this. Unless he has a charge or something, I don't see him being able to... make any use out of that Flame Tongue. If things get bad, I could just Hammer of Wrath it or Spellbreaker it. Murlocs. And Totem. Looks like we're in prime position for a Consecrate. Oops, that's not Consecrate. Consecrate. Get out a Weenie. I'm telling you, this Harvest Golem has insane mileage. Looking good. I think as a rule of thumb, it's nothing that you guys should really is nothing that you guys should really subscribe to. But I think as a rule of thumb, control decks need to have a very strong mid game, and it's not uncommon to have control decks. Is not uncommon to have control decks that say are 4-drop heavy. I'll take the damage easily. I just want to get something out on the field while still trading well for this fire elemental. My other option was to just trade 3 cards for trade like 3 or so cards for a fire elemental. But I think that having a weapon out and having a Scarlet Crusader to survive, say like a lightning storm, is a very safe bet. Besides, I need to start using the True Silver. Looks like he doesn't have much. So, very easy play here. Get rid of the big one. I guess I took an extra damage because I didn't hit the wolf, but it's not really an issue at this point. And I want every single card to survive here. I actually want to keep the Aldor. I don't think it's possible to save every card, so we're going to kill the wolf. Now it is. Perfect. We'll save the 2-2. No. We'll keep more Divine Shields in case of AoE. And we're looking good. There's a point to make that you know your deck is strong when your opponent doesn't have any options with a full hand. It's like your board presence is strong enough that your opponent doesn't really have any counterplay.